was my brother. But yeah, the stuff about hospice, the nurse looked at her and said that she fit the descriptors. She needed hospice care because she wasn't going to drink anymore. She wasn't eating. She was done eating. And the nurse described it as, hey, the body knows when it's about done, when it's turning everything off. And it's disturbing, but I understand. The body's a unique thing. It's just it does its own thing. There's so much that's going on that we don't have any control over. I like control, but I know that we don't have any. Really. We can put certain things in our body to help influence what's going on, but at the end of the day, when it's done, it's done. And you may or may not have had an opportunity to control some of that. And like, Mom's 95 years old, so she did good for the most part. Like, she did a great job of how to put stuff in and take care of herself. She lived on her own for 23 years, like by herself. I went away to school. Dad died. And she lived by herself. I was there during the summers, I guess, while I was still in school, but that was it. I didn't think about when my grandma died and my dad died and then my other grandma died. That was her mom dying, her husband dying, and then her mother-in-law passing away in that same 10-month period. Sometimes it ain't about you. Sometimes it ain't about you. It's hard to get outside yourself and look at what other people are going through. That would have been a hard time for her, and she made it through. She persevered. And honestly, anytime I look at her, it's like I don't know, something she can't make it through. But this is it. And now it's kind of a waiting game. The ER doctor, the way he described it was, she may not make it till Monday morning, and it's Wednesday. So that's right. That's about right for Mom. She ain't gonna listen to a doctor, that's for sure. She's gonna be stubborn, and she's gonna fight with everything she has right till the end, right till her last breath. She broke her hip. Like I said, she lived by herself until she was 91. She broke her hip over the summer. She's laying there. She crawled around, made it to the phone, pulled the phone down by the cord, hit herself in the head, and called for help. Then they took her in. She had surgery. Had surgery the year before, and then had another hip surgery where they put the pins in her. And that one. Crazy. She has the most incredible survival instincts of anybody I've ever seen. That's why I said whatever the book says, you might want to revise it. But she doesn't eat. She's pretty well gone. She can't take her medicine. She's not ingesting anything. Fast isn't the worst thing in the world for you. You got to drink. You can't not drink. That'll do it faster than anything. I had to give verbal, like we gave DNR approval at the hospital, and I had to give it again today because she crossed state lines. She made it back to country club. They'll kill her. No, they'll finish her off. They just will. I mean, she was in assisted living. Oh, she was being a pain in the butt. She was going in the room she shouldn't have been going in. Oh, she's trying to get out. Oh, we're worried about her safety. I don't think they were. It was a money grab. They just moved her around for money. She's on Medicaid. You know, she could put in $2,000 a month on her own. That's it. I think the waiver pays like a couple $900 maybe. So they're not making as much money off of her, but they can off of somebody's paying out of pocket. So I thought maybe and she stayed in her room for a year on Medicaid. She probably spent easy over $150,000 down there. It's like, well, she didn't have that much. And it's like, nah, she didn't have that much, but everything that she had coming in went into staying there. That was an ordeal, getting on Medicaid. I feel bad. Like I said, I wasn't there when Dad got on hospice, so I don't know the timeline. You know, I don't know how he was doing versus how he ended up. It was 2 weeks. It was 2 weeks, but I don't know how it started. Like I don't know how far along she is. Like Sunday, I'd have said she was like looked like Dad did when I came home on that Friday, and he died the next day. It was like that's what she looked like, almost inaudible. You know, he was trying to make sounds, and then she came around. She was talking a little bit. Told me goodbye, and she wanted water and some stuff yesterday. That's about it. You know, I don't know. They probably haven't been giving her anything, so I'm sure she's just gonna be, you know, in a state. So. Yeah, man, I've been in a waiting game for a while because he's just had, you know, bad dementia. Like, what's gonna get her? And the dementia is things around the brain shutting down, but you remember like the survival stuff. Like everything's like turning off so that you can survive. Like you were just concentrating on the survival vector, and she could eat and get to her room sometimes, and you know, understood some interactions with people, you know, smile and be nice. Hey. Put her on a ventilator. She was doing better yesterday, but she still wouldn't eat. She couldn't eat if she wanted to. Nurse says that's the end of life. You know, the metabolism slows way down. Your body's not hungry. You're not hungry because it doesn't want to work. Like the digestive system doesn't. I think that makes sense. It's a destructive process. Digestion's a destructive process. You know, short-term hurt, long-term gain. You got if you want to survive, you have to do it. And now it's like not worth it. Not gonna do it. I'm just. You know, I know I gotta eat. I know I gotta take care of myself and stuff like that. And things will change eventually. Like, I just don't feel like doing anything right now. Like, it's a real bad lull. You know, it's grief. It's grief, I guess. But I don't want to do anything. I know some stuff I need to do. Like, I do the stuff that I need to do. I went to work today because they were moving her. I didn't know when, and didn't want to be in the way and be in between things. So now it's a debate: do I do a constant vigil and just stay with her. Doc said it may last for days. That's what he said. It's like, that's not what your ER doc said. That's not what he said. So, a lot of people are praying for Mom. It's just like, she's lived a really good life. Really long. She's at the end now. She doesn't want for anything. She doesn't know anybody. She doesn't even know she doesn't have anything. You know what I mean? She's just here. And it's not Mom. It's a shell of her. You know? Been sad for 3 years. Part of you is like, oh, maybe she'll turn around, maybe she'll come around. And it's like, no, it's not happening. And it's hard to face that. It's hard to be like, oh, okay, yeah, yep, that makes sense. That's logical. I don't know. It's not good. That's it for today.